Mm. Hey, hello, how are you? Hello, Brax, Alex, Tocayo. What's up, Luke? How you doing, guys? How you doing? Right there. Hello, Uncle Max. Hello, Michelle, Mr. B. Hey, Wayne. Hello, Declan. Hello, Lilia. Guys, I haven't shared this, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited about the astronauts going around the moon. I don't know why, but I mean, it's not because I live in Houston. It's not because I live in Houston, but it has been something in my mind since I was a kid, right? Like like this dream of going to the moon, to other planets, to the stars, right? Like it just I don't know. Maybe it's a kid's thing, right? It's a boy's thing. I don't know, but I'm super excited about that. And I'm just saying because I just received a message like, "Hey Neto, I like you, the astronauts at your back, right?" Well, those are my kids, but we were cleaning their room a few months ago, and they say like, "Oh well, I can find a place for this," and I took them and I have them here. So I'm super excited about the NASA astronauts and all these things. Hope you are actually enjoying this science thing going on. All right. Hello, Global Hub. Hello, Carlita, Santi. All right, guys. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Right. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Doc. Right. So before we get into today, quick context. All right, quick context because I received so many messages this morning. Some of you guys are really excited about some success, good place, but others or yeah, like other members of the community kind of frustrated because their execution and well, I mean this week hasn't been easy to read, right? uh, News driven moves, headlines, volatility, President Trump, war, peace, logistics, Tesla. A lot of noise. And in this type of environment, most traders fall apart. Most traders fall apart. They hesitate, they chase, they overreact. Not because they don't know what they are doing, but because they don't have a structure, right? What you have seen here this week is not prediction, it's not being right, it's not magic, it's not insiders information, right? It's having a system. Because when you have a system, everything simplifies. You are not reacting to news, you are not guessing for sure, you are executing a process. That's why, even in a messy environment like this, you can stay controlled, you can stay selective, you can stay consistent, right? And if you have been watching this week, you can clearly see the difference. Not in what I know, but in how I execute. All right. Now, here's the part that matters, right? Watching this, coming here every day, watching this live stream is not going to fix your execution. Understanding this, everything that we talk here, concepts, techniques, setups, is not going to fix your execution. You need a system. And that's exactly what we are building in the EOS workshop, right? This is not optional if you are serious. If you are still inconsistent, this is the work. All right? Go to the link that is pinned to the chat. All right? Go to the link that is on the video description. Read it carefully, and if it makes sense, message me. All right? I will get you in. All right? So let's get into today. All right? Let's get into today. Hello, Randall. Yes, Carla, exactly this. Structure and system with clear rules. Good. Hello, Dennis. All right, guys, let me go to the charts. All right. What I did today, guys, I was not having fun this morning. I was not having fun this morning. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun, and for sure it wasn't funny, right? But it was curious. it felt like a deja vu, right? So, Neto, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is this deja vu thing that you're saying? You're trying to explain? Well, the exact same price action we opened yesterday, we had it this morning, right? We had it this morning. It was so obvious. I really felt like come on, deja vu. No, this can be the same thing. This can be the same thing. Let me show you here, guys. Look at this. Look at this. I'm actually using the exact same levels from yesterday, guys. The exact same levels from yesterday. This is my same chart, and again, this is not funny. I had some fun this morning because everything felt familiar, right? Like, so when I was preparing my day, when I was preparing my trading plans, I was watching this. I was watching like, okay, well, what is gonna happen if price comes revisit this area here and then starts dropping again just as yesterday? What is gonna happen here if price breaks pre-market low? Pre-market low. Is it pre-market low? No, I'm sorry. Pre-market high. What is gonna happen if price breaks pre-market high and starts looking for the next liquidity? What is gonna happen if this liquidity is actually broken and it goes looking for the next one? So this is part of my preparation, and my preparation is part of my system. If you guys are just jumping in front of your computer every morning without any plan, without any preparation, without any visualization exercise, without trying to visualize all the different scenarios in your chart, how you are approaching the market. Because if you are just guessing every day, guys, that's gambler mentality. That's gambler mindset. All right? If you are not preparing your session, how you can expect to react properly, to identify the opportunities, to identify when you are wrong, to identify when a play is over. All right? So that should be part of your system. That should be part of your preparation. That should be part of everything you do every morning. All right. So what happened this morning? Just as I explained, we open here, we reclaim pre-market high, like on the first candles of the market, only to come visit this liquidity here. Neto, what is this liquidity? Well, it's the same liquidity than yesterday. All right. Can you see how important and relevant it was? Resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance again, resistance again, resistance again. So if we have seen this area here as an area of resistance or supply, what are we expecting here? Well, sellers to step in and push price lower. Hey, buyers try to defend this pre-market high. Buyers tried. They push it higher, but look at this. This is a lower high. This is a lower high. So what was your play, Neto? Well, my play was taking advantage of this rejection here, failing to create new highs, using this area here, this support now turn into resistance, support, resistance, resistance, this area here, and this drop, I actually, guys, here I have to confess that I was kind of early on this play, but I have all the conviction on here on this because again, this is a lower high, this is a rejection of the same liquidity area. You couldn't hold the 5 minute, you couldn't hold the pre-market. So I opened my position right here on this candle here. Actually, I mean, I opened right on the pre-market high. It went lower and then it came back. I was a bit worried about this actually being used as the new demand or support because of this candle, right? Because of this candle. But what happened with this candle? Again, lower high, rejection of this liquidity area, this supply, and then the next candle took me to my entry point. All right, so this was a nice ride for me. Now, how I scale out on my trade? First, I was identifying this key level here, 674.30. Let's say 30. All right. What happened here? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles right here. So I took 1/4 of my position here. Then we came back. We didn't retest the pre-market high, but we retest this key level on the 50-minute chart, and this is the lower part of this liquidity area, right? Of this liquidity area. All right, retested, push down. I took 1/4 more here around 674. All right, came back, retested this previous low of the day, another push to the downside. I took another 1/4 of my position here, and I closed my position like 10% on this candle here, this 1039, and I closed my position here 1045. Can you see why? This is the change of character. This is a bull flag, and right, you can see here because I actually draw it on my Webull. But once we broke this flag here, I closed my position around here on the 5-minute opening range. Why? Because this was the change of character. This was the reclaim of this battleground, and this was an obvious bull flag breaking out. All right. So if you want to see something like this, I kind of have something like here, 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 and here. That was my execution. All right. Neto, do you see any other opportunity here? I think this was a valid entry. I think this was a valid entry. Maybe nothing, not like this. Maybe more like this. I will be trying to aim at least 674. Well, not six. Let's say the 122. Ah, look at this. This didn't get a 122, but I will try this. I mean, I like it because it was below the pre-market high. It was retesting 674.70, rejecting nicely. So yeah, I will take this one here. I will take this one here. Something like this. Yes, that will be the second entry that I watch here. Uh, nothing, 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 nothing other for being honest. Nothing other for being honest. All right, Brax, Neto, what do you think of a short entry 950 candle? 950 candle. Uh, I don't like it. Why I don't like it? Because you are on the opening range. You are on the opening range. You need more evidence. You need more evidence I mean, you are playing here the rejection. I don't know, brother. I would like to see. You know what? Even if you took something like this one here, I like it more. Why I like it more? Because this is actually breaking this resistance here. Break, retest, and then it's going lower. This failed. All right, this failed. So I will be, I don't know, like maybe cutting this trade here. But this one here, no, this is just like playing a rejection or playing more like a like a breakdown. Um, Hi Neto, who came back to trading with the rule of a one trade per day, no matter what. It's loss or win. Back tested. I like the results around 50%, 1 to 2 hour. That's great. They pay. What kind of play you are back testing? Lilia 949. Well, it's this same thing here. Right? I know. It's 949 here. No, I don't like it either. So you saw the writing on the wall? What wall? What wall, DC? All right. Hello, Kumar. Oh, when you exit your position. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I just close this. Declan, I got short 1021. 21. 1021 here. I like it too. I like it too. That was a good one. 1021 here. Yes, 1021. Yes. I like it. Yes, just as you said, this actually didn't run too much, but yeah, I like it. Um, Kumar, I took the second one but didn't make much. All right, Alex, you took the second entry, reach around 18%. When you exit, I took all 949 later, 949. This one here, and then 1009. This 1009 was the same one than me. Good job. When we are in strong uptrend and then we see price failing to create a new high and then market structure shift towards the downside, how can we be confident that the market can actually go down? Well, I mean, so, for example, something about this entry here. I know this is the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low, but just as you said, I mean, let's see to the 15. Let's go to the 15. Right, market on the higher time frame just push higher after a huge news, right? So what we saw yesterday was just consolidation, right? As you can see here, it wasn't like a huge drop from the highs of the pre-market. So we kind of consolidated, right? So for here, how do you know if it's going to fail? Well, you don't know, right? You don't know. But what you can try, it's something like we are trying here, right? Just revisiting these liquidities built on the after hours and the pre-market. If sellers are super strong and they want to push lower, well, that's another story. But I mean, you never know at the beginning, right? It's just like you trusting the setup. But in this higher time frame chart, you can see how strong is this push, right? So that's why I also was a bit more aggressive with my trim, right? Because I wasn't look at this. As you can see here, it wasn't showing like a lot of weakness, right? It was showing, I mean, it was showing, yes, it was failing these. So what I mean is I never expected something like this, right? I never expected something like this. I was expecting something around here, or maybe the pre-market low. But as you can see here, we had big pushes on the pre-market low. All right, and then it came back, and then another push here on the pre-market. So that's why this liquidity here was kind of my main target, right? Was my main target because here everything started bouncing. So Neto, what happened if we break here? Well, if you break this liquidity here, then you, well, in my case, I'm always keeping 1/4 of my position for runners, right? Like, trying to squeeze the most out of my trade. But when I see how it was bouncing right here on this liquidity that was my target for this trade, well, I decided to start trimming more aggressively, right? Like this quarter that I have for runners, I mean, this one and this one and this one here. When I watch this strong reaction, I took 15%, and then I closed my position on this reclaim and pushing higher, right? So how do you know? Well, you don't know. I mean, that's the thing, right? You are just watching and reacting to what you have in front of you. Um, that done. 949 calls. 949 calls. It was looking nice. Actually, yeah. Actually, this was looking nice. This was looking nice, but if you were watching this area here, you will be expecting something like this to actually take calls. So this needed to be something like this, and maybe yeah, actually something like this, something like this. All right, above this liquidity, all right. Just let me know if you can see why, like if you understand this battleground, this liquidity area here. That's why, I mean, yes, structurally this makes sense because it's the break and retest of the 5 minute, but you needed to break this liquidity. That's why, actually, if you have a chance, please go watch yesterday's video, because we were talking yesterday about trying to avoid looking at the name tag, right? Because this line here, I mean, this line here, it's actually a random line in the middle of the chart, right? I mean, why it could be important? Well, it starts being important if there is interaction there. But today, as you can see here, actually, yeah, today, as you can see here, this was a kind of a random line here. This was kind of a random line here. It's just like, I mean, yes, it was the first push of the market, but yeah, nothing is actually really happening here. The most important area here was this one here, this one from yesterday. So that's why I would like to see a push higher than this, than 675.50 maybe. Something like this, or something closing above this area here. Right? Uh Alex, you took 1021, SPY puts 1032, 1032. Well, this is the same thing. Look at this, Randall. This is the exact same thing, or the opposite thing than this play here. If you wanted continuation here, you needed something like this. Why? Because this liquidity was playing strong, right? Huge bounce here, huge bounce here. So you needed a break of this liquidity here for continuation to the downside. All right. So this is just in the middle of this range. If you are not taking this trade from the top of the range to the bottom of the range, you are I have a friend, I have a coach, no risk, no premium. He's always saying, don't diddle in the middle. This is actually something like that, right? You were taking a trade in the middle of this sequence. If you want to talk the same language that we have been talking these past weeks, you were in the middle of this sequence, right? Or maybe on the end of this sequence, right? If you took the trade from this liquidity to this, that's a good trade, right? It's a 675. It's like a $2 drop. But if you are taking this trade right here, you needed the break of this liquidity or this area here, the retest, and then the another drop. So you were in the middle of nothing right now. Brax, I noticed that when a candle is very near a key level, like with previous day high 1202, QQQ, okay, it's almost 100% that there will be a pop to hit the key level on the next candle. All right. Do you think it is a good idea and A plus scalp setup to just take calls or go full port on future? No, I never recommend go full port on the 1 minute candle before a key level is hit. You know what? I don't recommend that because I mean there's always different scenarios, right? I mean it could be hit or it could be rejected, and I mean you don't have certainty of that. I wouldn't play that just because it's not my system. I wouldn't try to give you advice here. That I don't know how this play could work. Aniket, I took 1022 puts, 1022. All right, and you were targeting 674. Only 50 cents drop. That was too small of a trade. Clean move after a couple of candles. Took second trade after a break of high of the day and retest previous day high 678. Nice move. Only 10 counts. Right. Yeah. So the second was calls, right? 11:30. Yeah. That was just too late for me. 11:30. This one here. Well, actually, this is what we were saying, right? Something like this, maybe. Oof, that was a good one. That was a really good one. Targeting previous day high, 1 to 3 right here. Even better if you took the reclaim of the previous day close. Neto, what do you think about 12:45 entry? It's out of my system. I don't know. It's very late, but just want to know your thoughts. 12:45. Oh, damn it. 12:45 here. What you were trying here? What you were trying there, Kumar? Because let me tell you why. Because right here, 679. Look at this. This is a strong demand area, right? Demand. Well, it was supply this on these days, but if we actually go to the 4 hour, this is more like a demand area, right? This 679. I don't know. I mean, if you were trying to take calls around this area here, 679, I like it. If you were trying something different, I don't like it. um, Declan, Neto, how were you not concerned that the pre-market high zone will act as major support? I was. I was. That's why I entered on the break of it right here. And also, we already took I mean we already touched pre-market high, and it was kind of a shy, well, not a shy, but it was for me, let me tell you something. For me, market structure is more important than, like, just supply and demand. I think market structure provides momentum, and momentum with market structure is more powerful than just supply demand, than just key levels. Where is Alessandro? Alessandro, you haven't been here on the live for a while, right? You sent me a message a few days ago, but not sure if you are on the live, Alessandro. I just remember you because I have my Italian cup. All right. Um, Luke, thanks for the input on the SPY long method. Took that same one and didn't have that level mark. Okay. Okay, Randall. Do you like the long idea if that level wasn't there? Which one, Luke? This one here, or this one here? The second? Oh, the first one. Yeah, well, it's not like a level, but it's the same area that we used yesterday, and as you can see here, we use it. I mean, not only on the pre-market, but also during the day. You had nice interactions here, and then on the after hours, look at this. I mean, there was just too much activity around this area here, and that's why I would like to wait for something like this yellow arrow, right? Like the break of this area here for continuation. Just like this one here, right? Just like the second one. But here, uh, yeah, this is something that I don't know. I don't like. Um, Declan, Neto, did you look at price as neutral in between the 675 area? Yeah, yeah, something like this. Look, something between here. Actually, look at this. I mean, Declan, this is what I was watching, right? This area for me was kind of neutral, unless you were rejecting this supply, or you were using this supply, sellers pushing lower, or here buyers actually stepping in and like bouncing here. So these two key levels, or these two areas here, they work nicely today, both with their own purpose, right? This supply, this demand, I mean, this supply push lower, this demand push higher. I mean, they were used like really, really nice. Neto, when price is at a key higher time frame level, do you enter on the retest, or do you wait for a liquidity sweep to happen first before entering? Uh, I I'm trying to understand your question. Do you enter on the retest, or you wait for a liquidity sweep to happen first before enter? Yeah, I mean, I always use the retest. Yeah, I mean, even to the downside. I mean, this is a break and retest of this. It's just sometimes it looks like a rejection, but guys, if you go, I mean, like this, right? Like if you go to different time frames, this is a retest to the downside, right? Um, Global hot. Do you think about what do you think about calls 11-12? 11-12. It looks nice. Can you see here? It's reclaiming this area here. Why this area is important now? Because now we use it here, support, resistance, and now it's turning to support again. Do you see? So is this a nice place to take calls? I think it is. I think it is. Because the reaction on this area here, it's telling you that buyers just won this battle. All right. All right. Okay, guys. So I need to prepare. I have a session with one of you guys in a few minutes. Again, I know sometimes it's hard for us to identify these areas or these key levels, but if you have a system, if you do it consistently, if you execute consistently, everything gets easier because you have a structure to follow. You have kind of a checklist to do the things that are gonna get you prepared for every scenario. All right. So guys, the link right here. The link is on the chat. If you guys are interested in joining the workshop, we still have some spots. We still have not some spots. We still have spots, but don't take too long because our expectation is that next week we're gonna deplete all spots. So if you are interested in joining, take advantage of time. This is your time. All right. So guys, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.